2.
All right, welcome back everyone. I've got an update on the trammel that I created. We talked about it a little bit last week. It was in kind of the finishing stages. Well, now I do have it wrapped up. Couple things that I don't think we talked about last week. The thing I really like about this is just kind of the streamlined look of it. You know, I'm kind of thinking about how these things position themselves in the shop when they're not in use. And so I did a cutout on the end here that I could put it on a peg on the wall, and I think it just kind of looks nice as a, you know, I don't want to go as far as say as an art piece, but again, it's something that, you know, is at least aesthetically pleasing to have in your shop. And having your tools out in the open is always a benefit rather than throwing them away in the drawer. So another thing about this I really like too is that you can make this thing literally as long or as short as you want. Ours is maxing out at about a 29 inch radius, which is going to give you a rather sizable diameter for if you're cutting out tabletops or large panels. So there's plenty of room for adjustability here. I've got a little Acme pin on the bottom. Of course, this thing can flip, so you can create a little bit different radius, or larger or smaller depending on which end you're on. I've got a couple T-nuts there, and then a nice comfort grip knob here that you can just adjust to have your kind of sliding fulcrum point here. And then for the base plate here, I just use a 1/4 inch piece of clear acrylic. I have it set up for one of our handheld trim routers, plunge base. Of course, you can cut out several of these while you're doing it. So if you have different routers in your shop, you can use them for the, you know, varieties of uses or routers you have in your shop. And this is also meant to be removable. I've got some metric screws holding that in place in 3 different spots with some threaded inserts, and so it's very easy to remove as needed. So again, like I said, trammel, very customizable. Again, you will see I'll have all the dimensions that you need to create this in your own shop. However, feel free to make modifications as you need to suit your own needs. Thanks for watching.